I'm going to show you how to use the Grade Center in Blackboard. Uh, what you're seeing here, this is Coursesites, which is a free Blackboard alternative online. Some students may be using Blackboard through their school or through their college, but I'm using this option so I could log in as a student to show you how the gradebook works. So once you're logged into a course, this looks like a typical course. You have your course modules down the left-hand side, and you can click on those to see the various content within each module of the course. So one thing students ask me frequently is, how do I check my grades? How do I know what I have and have not done yet? So the easy way to do this, the way I usually show students how to do this, is up in the upper right-hand side, you'll see your name. Usually there's a little red box here with some messages. When you click the little down arrow, you have some various options in here. One of them, if you hover where my mouse is, you'll see this little paper-looking thing with a checkbox in it, this icon. When you click on that, it's going to open up the Grade Center. Now, the way the Grade Center works, you'll typically see if you select all courses under My Grades. So if you select all courses, you'll see a list of all the courses that you're using in that instance of Blackboard. So I'm enrolled in 2 courses. One of them is the Student Orientation, and the other one is IT 222, Network OS 2. So if I wanted to see how I'm doing in Network OS 2, I would click on that. And by the way, this number here isn't always terribly useful. That's just telling me I have scored 7.5 points out of some total, but doesn't really give you a good sense of how you're doing in the course. But when you click on that and you look on the right-hand side, the pane on the right-hand side, you'll see a couple different options across the top. So right now, I can see all of my assignments, and if I click on Graded, that's only the assignments that have been graded. Some students make the mistake of selecting Graded and never looking at all, so they're only seeing what's been graded. But when you select all, you can see everything, including the things that you haven't done yet. So when I select all, it now becomes clear that I'm missing a few assignments. I can see that I'm missing Chapter 3. I can see that I haven't attempted this lab for Unit 2. I haven't attempted this assignment in Unit 2, and so forth and so on. So I can see that all this stuff is missing. Some of the stuff does show a grade. So here I have I scored a 7.5 out of 100 on Unit 1 assignment, which of course is a really terrible grade, but at least I could see it. And if I click on this, I can see why I had such a terrible grade. Usually it'll show you the assignment, it'll show you what you got right, what you got wrong, depending on what the instructor chose to show you. The other thing that's important to look at in here is these symbols on the right-hand side. So this one that looks like a pie chart, that's telling me that I opened up the lab for Chapter 2, but I never completed it. So I started it, but I've never completed it. This cannot be graded until it's been completed. So as a student, I would know that I have to go find the Chapter 2 lab, whatever learning module that's in, and I would have to resume that and complete it in order to get graded for it. But as long as this little pie chart is showing on the right-hand side, the instructor will not know to grade that, unless your instructor submits it for you. But in most cases, you haven't completed it yet, so that's not always a good thing. So you want to make sure that you complete things that have that little pie chart. If you see the little circle with the exclamation point, so the yellow circle with the exclamation, means that you've completed the assignment, so you've completed it, but the instructor has not yet graded that assignment. Once the instructor grades the assignment, the little circle goes away, and you'll see the actual grade. And at that point, you could click on it to go and see what you got right and what you got wrong. Again, if the instructor selected to allow you to see that stuff. So that's basically how you're going to check your grades in the Grade Center. So periodically, you're going to want to go into the Grade Center, select your course. So I'll review this. From the top, I'm going to select the Grade Center. I'm going to select my course. Then I want to look at my grades and make sure I select all so I can see all of the assignments. So all of the graded stuff in the course, it's going to list it all. I'm going to look for the little pie charts because those are the things that I have to go and complete the submission. I'm going to look for these to make sure so I know what's been completed and what hasn't been completed. So if I see anything that's just a dash that says upcoming, that means I need to go and complete that stuff. Or it's something I haven't completed yet that maybe I should have. So for example, if I scroll down, I've got an assignment here for Unit 9 and 10. It hasn't been attempted yet, but that might be something I don't need to attempt yet because it's not due yet. But at least I would know that at some point I do have to finish that work. So that's basically how the Grade Center works. I hope that was helpful. Thank you.